Hello YouTube viewers, welcome to my channel Science and Technology. In today's show, Camera Tuesday, we're gonna talk about Hollyland VenusLiv Air, a unique camera. So let's dive deep into it. So why do we need this sort of weird puppy? Well, reality is streaming is becoming very popular for a lot of people. Like not just one people or one, two or three people. It's a big deal. And be mindful, it's affecting a lot of people who are professionals and amateurs alike. Now, what does this mean here? Professional simply means you are getting paid for that work. For example, I am a professional YouTuber because again, I make money from YouTube. And amateur would be like, let's just say you have a shopping mall and you want to get traffic to your work, so then you will open a YouTube channel. In those sort of scenario, while you could have like the best, like heck, you can have Steven Spielberg making your intro videos and all that, but still will not be classified as professional, simply because at that point in time, for you at least, it's a revenue booster, so to say, you advertisement, so to say. So a lot of people right now realizing this very early on, that at this point in time, streaming is the key, like flat out. If you want to reach to young audience, the end. And not to mention even old voting demographic, streaming matters. And I'm reasonably sure all of you know how important streaming was for the last election. So here's the, why not just make a setup and just go YOLO on it? And you can do that. Like I have to say, due to development in gaming and all that, the amount of software horsepower available and the amount of compute available nowadays, you can have a god tier streaming setup that few decades ago even news channels would not be able to dream of, and you can just do it for chump change, so to say. That can be done. However, not everybody wants to deal with this sort of setup. For me, it's fun, it's awesome interacting and all that. Ever try to like have a video recording while making sure you have a video call and having two different stream scales? It's a difficult. Again, I enjoy it, but most people are like, dude, I just do it, I do not want to deal with this, just do it. So fundamentally, to get a good quality, you can do it. It's done. That's a sorted problem at this point. And again, you also have a lot of budget room, as in like if you have this sort of budget and you have this sort of budget and you have this sort of budget, you can take care of your needs without going crazy. Like there are thousands of people who are like, oh, you have this budget, in this country this hardware is the best, so is done. Like you can get very good quality. However, people do not want to deal with that. That's like, especially in amateur section, where it's like, bro, I do not want to spend time, okay, this version of OBS on this version of basically NDS software and this and all that. I don't want to deal with that. So in those sort of scenario, people might want to look something what we call all-in-one. Or you were like, okay, why not use mobile phone? Well, mobile phone had this weird thing, is that while the mobile phone display is awesome, the sensor that is on the display side, as in a front facing camera, that's not that great. And in the same camera you can get much better experience if you just flip it, but then you will not be able to look into it. So for that reason, people want something that is as flexible as a mobile phone in terms of usability, like all-in-one kind of nature, but actually work for long hour. And again, most people do not like the idea of again, I can't use my mobile phones in my stream simply because I get a lot of donation, not in English one but in Hindi one. So in those sort of things, I want my mobile phone to be free. If it's not free, it's not gonna work. So there is a limit to that. And again, mobile will only work for 1 hour or 2 hours before it reaches a point where it's like, yo, I'm overheating. So that's the thing. And like, okay, why not just use a webcam? And it does work. It does work. A lot of people have started their careers with webcam only. But again, it's too basic for nowadays. Like again, nowadays people are expecting like, yo, man, you gotta do better than this. Like heck, there are a lot of YouTubers who's like their videos were literally shot on red cinema camera. Not even joking or exaggerating. Literally red cinema camera was used. So of course, people expect that sort of oomph. And a webcam, while it is better than nothing, and especially if you put a lot of light, like take any webcam, you want to improve its quality, have bonkers amount of tube lights around you. And especially if you really want to improve the quality, just have boatload of video lights. You will be shocked how higher quality becomes once you have a better lighting setup. So, but again, it will still look basic. It's not bad, it's just basic. So people need something what we classify as turnkey solution, easy turnkey. Oh, I buy this, I set it up, the end, I forget about it. Something like that. And people will pay good money for it. Because again, this sector has become so big that people want this, but they do not want all the hassle of setting up the OBS and doing this and having a computer. Like if you are old enough in gaming space, you must have remembered back in the days, because again, horsepower was not high enough. People actually used to buy, especially big streamers, they had a second computer whose sole job was actually streaming. There was a second computer just to do that, take the video feed from the screen captures and then just stream it out. So even if the game crashed, even the computer did blue screen, they never had to worry about it. Like we went from that to it's a minor software issue nowadays. It's like, who cares? Like we have that kind of oomph. So there's a lot of need for something simple. So VenusLiv Air, it's a small box camera. Like Panasonic makes a lot of these sort of box camera, and Blackmagic also. So it's a box camera that can do everything, meaning you buy this and you forget about it. So that's the whole point. The sensor is decent size. It's 1 by 1.3 inch. I have no idea who came up with this dimension. I really want to boom them. I personally hate every company that is like, oh, we have this sensor. No, tell us how much square mm you have. The end. The end. Just tell how much square mm you have. Now, to give you a contrast, the best webcam that has been like going on for 15 years is Logitech C920 series. It's like webcam, that's the only webcam you should buy. The end. Like it has been in sale for decades and it is actually functional. Draw with Jaza started his YouTube channel with that. So webcam is like GG webcam. Other companies tried, like Razer tried, this company tried, that company, most of Elgato tried. None of the webcam is as like legendary as that puppy, but it's a basic camera. So this sensor is 4x bigger. Like it's big, as in like how many tube lights you need to get the resolution to match, like noise performance to match. 4 times. It's magnificent. And on top of that, like, don't we have smartphone with this sort of sensor? Yes, in the back, but even if you're like, okay, I'm gonna use my smartphone as a webcam, which is not designed to do. Like it can be done. Android has not made it as a mandatory feature. Apple can do that, but even in their system where it's like a very, what you call, kajigat, it's not like you designed a multi-$1,000 device to be a webcam. So it does have some issues, but the biggest issue is the physical distance. The sensor is big, the lens is not, and lenses do not like to contort light. You can contort light as much as you want. Again, that's the reason why we have such a big sensors in our tiny cameras, phone. It distorts the light too much. As in, if you take 50 mm f1.8 lens for cinema, it's this big. You take 50 mm 1.8 for photo, it's this tiny. Why? Tiny one allows you to contort it. It becomes far more manageable, easy, quick, awesome. But the light quality degrades a lot. That's why you look into RE lenses, they're huge. You do not want to contort lens. That's the benefit of this puppy. The lenses are like, I have space. I can work with light. So that is it. Also has optical zoom, but that's very minimal optical zoom. I would say consider that as more of a framing device rather than, oh, I have optical zoom. Like it's not a PTZ camera. So that is there. But the lens is much better, much brighter than most sensor size that you can have in your smartphone. And it goes f1.05. So it's decent. Like the lens is what will make the difference. Basically, you have a big sensor and you have a big glass. Both of them combined will give you an effect that is like, whoa, this is not a webcam. And if you have good lighting setup, it will look like, whoa, like some serious money has been poured into it. It can do 4K while being wireless, meaning if all you have to do is plug in the power and have Wi-Fi, quality Wi-Fi, done. And it also does multi-platform streaming, although it does have some limitation. For example, either it can do horizontal or it can do vertical. It can't do both. And again, OBS is like a weird thing. There is plugin in OBS where you can literally live stream in 2 places at the same time. I did try that, like for one of the SpaceX Starship launch, I literally was live on the YouTube channel, on my main Hindi YouTube channel, and was doing live stream in my Instagram also. But again, that time I moved the video frame, like my frame like this is like, main frame was like this, and I was here in Instagram. I made sure I'm on the bottom and the SpaceX feed was on the front. It was much easier to arrange. That can't be done here. So here, if you are streaming to YouTube, you can stream to Twitch at the same time. But again, more than enough people are like, bro, we done, we good. And if you are doing TikTok, you can do Instagram also. We done, we good, go home. And again, be mindful, vertical streaming is now available in almost all systems. So it can do multi-platform streaming. That is like big deal. It's difficult to do. Even on OBS, it's not that it can't be done. It's just that tedious and difficult. 4K 30 FPS, like, isn't that low? No, that's more than good enough. And given the fact that that's the cap of almost all websites, be mindful, look into sometimes video calling software is like 720p, pay for full HD. I'm like, what the hell, man? So 4K 30 FPS is more than enough. And if you're like, hey, I want a bit more finesse to it, full HD 60 fps, which again far more compatible, and 60 fps is far more desirable, especially if you have something that is dynamic. The display that is attached to this 480p display, tiny display, again that's the nature of the beast. Touchscreen, so it does make your life a bit easier. One odd thing, it does not have an inbuilt wireless mic receiver like how DJI does that for DJI microphones, as in like DJI action camera will work with DJI microphone without the receiver, it's inbuilt. This does not have that, which is weird. Hollyland makes so many microphones, it's like, why? So that's the reality of it. It's a unique system, and be mindful, it has SoC that can do the live streaming itself. So it will capture the video, it will crunch the video, as in encode it, and then stream it using internet directly to your basically server that is receiving it, be it on YouTube side, Facebook side, Instagram side, or Twitch side. It can do all of that. So how does this work? Well, reality is there is no battery, because again this is supposed to be a very plug and forget device. So it has a locking DC barrel jack, 12 volt. You plug it, you forget about it. And cooling system, this is the biggest thing here. There are many cameras that can do almost half of this. It's just that the moment you're like, okay, I want to capture a cricket, or I want to capture a school football and all that, yeah, most cameras will poop themselves unless you have a cooling fan on them or in them. So this is designed to be like, robust enough in that domain, as in like it can actually function for that long. Dual band Wi-Fi, meaning you are not limited to only 2.5 gigahertz cheap radio, which everybody is using, so it's very crowded. You can utilize calmer 5 gigahertz, and if you really want a absolute setup, you like put it and forget it, you have Ethernet port. And I can actually see that some people can actually set it up in such a way where they have power over Ethernet on the Ethernet, and again have a mechanical splitter outside of the camera, and just like, data and power in the same thing. That can also be done. So Ethernet port is there, and it also has Bluetooth for certain use cases. Again, that's the reason why I'm so confused, is like, why the heck Hollyland requires a wireless microphone receiver? It's supposed to be inbuilt, but okay, it is what it is. Again, I'm comparing it to DJI, so it's feeling a bit odd. It's like, why? But it does do a lot of AI tweaking, meaning the idea with this camera is like, it does everything on your video feed. Meaning if you are a girl, again, you should see what they have on their website. So it's a girl, normal looking girl in 40s, and it's just like, girl looking in 20s. I'm like, you did her dirty. Like, you did her dirty. Go into their website. It's like, ooh. So again, some people like that. I do not recommend that, because again, that's how you train AI. It's like, there is no person anymore. It's like, if AI is contorting your face, it would not be difficult for AI to just like, hey, what if we did not had a face? So don't use AI. This has that, like skin smoothing and like, making you into a teenage girl. It can do that. Not recommended, but it has all that features. And if you want fine-tuned control, it does have PC and mobile app, meaning you can do like, plug, set it up and forget about it, but you can also go into your mobile phone to do more enhanced in-depth working, and PC also, where you can get ISO, white balance, green screen, all those things become available to you. So it does have a lot of unique basically plug and use opportunities to it. So question has to be asked, for whom this is suited? Well, you can do a lot of this stuff, let that be very clear. Like, you can do far more in OBS, but it's not user friendly. It's just not like, yeah, nerd people are like, oh, I can do OBS in my sleep. Of course you can. It's not for average people. And again, for most people don't want to deal with this. Like, I do not want to deal with what the hell is NDI, what the hell is this stream key, what is that. It's like, set it up once and forget about it. So fundamentally, there are a lot of people with different priorities. They will be like, this is far more desirable. Another aspect is, you want to spend time in front of camera, not behind it, not setting it up. In those sort of scenario, shut up, take money. And while there are very few setup at this price range, let that be very clear. This is not that amazing of a camera. The moment you compare it against this price, it becomes damn. It's like how Nikon ZR is not that amazing camera, but the moment you put this price, it's like, holy damn, this is magical. That's the whole thing here. It's the price is so low. And be mindful, you can buy APS-C camera that can beat this. It's just that the camera body alone would be more expensive. And having a lens that can beat this lens is like, not difficult, but you have to spend some money on it. And be mindful, that will not be able to do 24/7, because I'm pretty sure you can't buy something that tiny that has cooling fan into it. So, and if it's older design APS-C, they do not have heat sinks inside, as in like heat spreaders. So even if you have a fan, it will overheat very quickly. So fundamentally, there are very few things that you are like, I buy it and it works 24/7. and very unique price to performance ratio. You can buy like, a dedicated Sony camera and be just like, I'm done with this. Or you can even do Nikon or Canon. Canon C50 would be a really good choice, but again, it's expensive AF. It does have cooling fan, so that can work for a long duration. But again, that's the whole thing. For the price that is available for, it's like, for many people, it's just like, bro, just use it. Now, let that be very clear. Setup would be better. If you can afford to do the setup, if you can put the time and effort and headache that it goes into making a setup, you will be rewarded with it. But it would be more expensive, flat out. Like flat out, I can't recommend you anything that can go against this in simplicity, in ease of use for this price. Like flat out, nothing. Smartphone you can, but you're like, okay, now your smartphone is stuck like this. So that is there. It's a good, unique device for modern requirements. So this was my presentation on basically this modern era of streaming cameras itself. Hopefully you have liked it, learned from it. In that case, please give the like button, share it amongst a friend. That will help me a lot. If you didn't like it, didn't enjoy it, I urge you to press dislike, press it twice to show me extra movement. Please leave a comment because I do try to reply to all of them. Subscribe, press the bell icon if you're free. And as always, thanks for watching.